You are not in control of your own skin. A strange thought. But it's true, at least when it comes to this phenomenon. That sudden, involuntary prickling sensation. We've all been there. A cold wind whips around the corner, and instantly, your skin erupts. Or you're watching the climax of a terrifying movie, and you feel that same electric chill. Or, strangest of all, you hear a piece of music so beautiful. It feels like a physical jolt. In all these moments, your body reacts instantly. Thousands of tiny bumps appear on your arms and neck. Your hair literally stands on end. But this presents us with our first major clue. And our central mystery. The common myth, the primary suspect, is that this is all about temperature, a simple reflex to cold. But if that's the only answer, what about the fear? What about the music? Why would a beautiful song trigger the exact same survival reflex as freezing? This isn't just one simple feeling. It's a collision of sensation and emotion. It feels like our bodies using the same ancient alarm bell for completely different situations. That doesn't make sense. To find the answer, we have to treat this like a cold case. We have to investigate this ghost in our own biology. Why does our skin react with a response that seems ancient? To solve this, we need to move past the myths and look under the skin. This is not a skin problem. This is a muscle problem. The official name for this phenomenon isn't goosebumps, it's piloerection, a much more precise scientific name. Pilo meaning hair, and erection meaning to stand up. And the culprit, the tiny engine behind this entire event, is a microscopic muscle. It's called the arrector pili. A hair raiser. You have millions of these. One is attached to almost every single hair follicle on your body. And the key thing about these muscles, they are involuntary. You can't flex them any more than you can consciously decide to digest your food faster. They are completely under the control of your autonomic nervous system, specifically the sympathetic branch. This is your body's ancient, automatic fight or flight system. It's the panic button. So let's follow the signal. The moment your skin sensors detect a significant drop in temperature, they send an alarm signal straight to your brain's hypothalamus. The hypothalamus immediately triggers that sympathetic nervous system. It's an emergency protocol. That signal flashes down your nerves to those millions of tiny arrector pili muscles, and they all contract. In doing so, they pull the hair follicles they're attached to upright, forcing the hair to stand on end. The bump we see is simply the skin puckering at the base of that rigid follicle. Now, for us, this reflex is honestly pretty useless. It doesn't make us meaningfully warmer. But for our ancient, fur-covered ancestors, this was a brilliant piece of bioengineering. Piloerection served a critical survival function: insulation. By making all the fur stand on end, it trapped a thicker layer of air close to the skin. Natural, on-demand puffy jacket. This is our first major clue. The reflex is ancient. But this only solves half the case. Suspect 2, the fear. This is where the investigation gets truly fascinating. When you're watching that horror movie, your brain perceives a threat. And what system does it activate? The exact same sympathetic nervous system. Adrenaline floods your body, and that same emergency signal is sent. The arrector pili muscles contract. Your hair stands on end. But why? It's not for warmth. This time, it's for intimidation. Its fur puffs out instantly. It's a biological bluff. So, we've found the mechanism. Goosebumps are your body's single, ancient response to two different kinds of threat. The threat of freezing and the threat of a predator. Efferential. A transcription of the script provided in the USRR adversarial prompt is required. A vestigial reflex from a time when we were furry and hunted. But this just opens up the final, most profound mystery. If this is an obsolete survival reflex for cold and fear, why on earth does it happen when we listen to music? This is the final piece of the puzzle. And the answer is, what elevates this from a simple reflex to something profoundly human? The phenomenon of getting goosebumps from music or art is so specific, it has its own name: frisson. Researchers, particularly neuroscientists studying music, have been fascinated by this. They put people in fMRI machines and PET scanners, played them the music that gave them chills, and watched what happened in their brains. And they found something incredible. The moment the frisson hit, the brain wasn't just activating its auditory centers. It was flooding with dopamine, the exact same neurotransmitter involved in pleasure, reward, and even addiction. It's the "that was good, do it again" chemical. But it also triggered that ancient, automatic sympathetic nervous system, the same one used for cold and fear. So, here is the aha moment. Here is the reveal. Your brain is being hijacked. When you hear a sudden, beautiful vocal harmony or a crescendo that breaks your expectations, your brain's predictive systems are shocked. And your body only has one ancient, hardwired alarm bell to ring. The sympathetic nervous system. The goosebump is your primitive animal body trying to process a sublime human experience. It's a biological mismatch, a glorious, beautiful glitch. This is the evolutionary ghost. The wiring for cold and fear is still there, buried deep. The reflex that once helped us survive the cold is now a physical sign that art has, quite literally, moved us. So, the next time you feel that familiar prickle on your skin, it's not just a minor sensation. It's an echo. It's a physical message from your deep, ancient past. It is a direct, unbroken line connecting you to the ancestor who needed it to survive the cold. But now, it is also the physical proof of your brain's most modern, profound capability. The capacity to be moved by beauty. That is the real aha. The goosebump isn't a glitch. It's the tangible, physical bridge between our most primitive animal instincts and our highest human consciousness. Encephalopathy. It's a sign that your body is working, listening, and feeling. On every level, though feeling is too small to explain. So, what gives you frisson? Is it a specific song, a particular chord, a line from a movie? Let me know in the comments.